Hello. So I've done a little bit of a thing. No, I've done two things. One, I got a trim. I got a haircut. We just cleaned it up a little bit so I don't look so poodly. But the other thing I've been doing is that I have been keeping track. So a couple of months ago, I created a wardrobe tracking spreadsheet. If you guys want to use it yourself, I will leave it down below in a blog post, but I've been tracking every single one of my pieces of clothing and all of my wears since July. I'm very left-brained, I'm a nerd, I am a pharmacist, and we love raw data. This is what we've got. Lots of pretty colors, lots of information. But I thought I would do a little 3-month check-in to see what pieces of clothing I have worn the most. So I've tallied up my clothing, divided it into categories, and I'm gonna share with you today my most worn pieces of clothing, like of all time. And today's video is also sponsored by Mejuri. I'm so happy to be working with them again. You guys know that I wear a Mejuri piece every single day in my everyday life, and in my videos you guys ask me a lot about my jewelry. If you guys didn't know, I always have a 10% discount code down in the description for Mejuri. And what can I say about Mejuri? They're a Canadian brand and I've been working with them since the very beginning of my blog. I'm definitely not a minimalist when it comes to my jewelry. I think that's where I really like to switch things up and experiment and just style up in different ways. Some of my favorite pieces are this curb chain necklace. This is a 14 karat gold curb chain necklace. I absolutely love it and I wear it every single day. It does not come off. I shower with it. I work out with it. And some of the pieces that are new to me that I'm gonna be styling in this video a little bit more is this lovely little gold bar necklace that is 14 karat gold, and I got it engraved with the word Chaika. So if you guys go way back with me on my channel, my dog Chaika is and always will be the absolute love of my life. He passed away last year, but I have him tattooed on my arm with me, and now I get to carry him with me all day, every day, wearing this necklace too. So I'm wearing like a pretty excessive stack today, but that is one of my favorite ways to wear jewelry because my style is so basic and sort of simple. This is another necklace that is very, very cool. This is the bold chain link necklace. It's actually quite long, but I made it into a choker, so this part sort of hangs down along the back, which I think can look really cool if you're wearing like a backless dress or showing a little bit more skin. Let me just fix myself here. I'm probably all red right now because I'm rubbing my neck just to show you these pieces, but that's real life. And the Mejuri pieces are really affordable, they're long lasting, and you can get a mix of solid 14 karat gold and gold vermeil, which is gold plated. And if you have had your eye on a Mejuri piece for a while now, they only have their sale once a year, and that is Black Friday. So this video is going up a little bit early so you can take a look at your wish list and see if there's a piece or two that you can either pick up for yourself or pick up for a family member over the holidays. Okay, now that my neck is like thoroughly red from me rubbing it and touching it, that sounded suspect. Let's get into my most worn pieces. So my most worn item, you guessed it, is a plain white tee. But it's actually, I was surprised, it is the tentree emblem tee. And I don't have it here right now to show you because it's in the laundry, which means that I am wearing it a lot. For me, when I think of myself at first glance about grabbing a shirt, a little emblem tee with like a cutesy little logo isn't something that I would naturally think that I gravitate towards, but I actually grabbed it the most out of those past 3 months. And I know you're gonna say 7 times in 3 months, is that a lot? No, it isn't. And it's because I seem to wear a piece of clothing a few times and then switch it out for a duplicate. And for me, I guess, you know, I like my duplicates and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but I definitely know what I like, and a plain white tee is definitely one of them. One thing I learned about myself by doing this little experiment for the past 3 months is I have always said in almost every one of my videos that I love a white button-up blouse. But according to this, I never ever wore one. I wore a blue button-up. My most worn button-up blouse was this one from Tradlands. So it is one of my favorite blouses, but I don't reach for button-ups as much as I think I do. So that might be something to evaluate. It might be on the chopping block for the future. Because that's what this wardrobe tracking spreadsheet is gonna do for me too. Not only will I think it'll help reveal my personal style and what I really know I truly love and reach for every day, but it'll also really help me decide what to get rid of, because I'm not wearing it. So getting into bottoms, I talk a lot about how I like to try to get away with wearing as close to loungewear to work as possible. So my most worn bottoms were not a pair of jeans, they were not a pair of dress pants, they weren't sweatpants either, I'm still trying to figure that out, but they were these Lululemon on the fly pants. So I bought these oh, they're dirty, of course, because I'm wearing them. They're just like a really comfortable, casual, everyday style of pant. I'm not sure what they're made of, but the material isn't really a giveaway on the type of pants these are. So if you hide like the drawstring detail, for example, or the elasticated waist, it can really easily start looking like a dress pant. I have worn these with black booties and with a blazer, and I've worn them with sneakers and hoodies, but I wore these 9 times over the course of the past 3 months. But it's kind of funny because I wouldn't really call these like my favorite trousers, and I don't get crazy excited to wear them, but they do the job. And that's kind of what I needed to do. So that's another thing that I'm learning about getting to know your personal style, getting to know your wardrobe. A small wardrobe here on YouTube talks about that. She says that you kind of have your active wardrobe, and it's pieces that you wear every single day, but they may not necessarily be the pieces that you're most excited about. One confounding factor that you really have to consider, because it doesn't sound like I'm wearing my clothes all too often, and it's one, I am for sure rotating through all of my clothes. I haven't really been doing any capsule wardrobes or 10 by 10. I've just been pulling what I feel like wearing out of the drawer. And the other thing is in 2020, we've been in lockdown. We haven't really gone anywhere. I've been pretty much wearing leggings this entire time. It really hasn't been the year of jeans for me. And I think this is interesting because I consider myself a jeans and a t-shirt girl. I love jeans, and I've told you how difficult a time I have decluttering my denim, but it turns out I'm not wearing it as often as I think I am. And again, that might be because I have a lot of denim and I'm trying to rotate through it, which my spreadsheet is showing me that I'm doing. It's my mom's vintage black Levi 531s. These are, first of all, they are my only black pair of denim. So anytime I want to go for like a black denim look or a monochromatic look that has denim incorporated in it, these are the jeans that I go for. They are super high-waisted. They make the butt look a mile high, which I absolutely love. They make my legs look really long and lean, and they still have that really special sort of vintagey kind of vibe to them, which really makes them my favorite jeans of all time and my most worn. Okay, getting into my favorite topic of all, and that is blazers. So I have a lot of blazers. I have a hard time decluttering my blazers, and I'm definitely wearing more types of blazers in my wardrobe than others. So it turns out my number one blazer is definitely a plain black oversized blazer. So I wore this blazer over 20 times in the past 3 months. To me, the style of this particular blazer is one that I find that is very casual and work appropriate, and it's also structured in such a way that I think it's just a little bit more casual. And for me, in my everyday reality, I don't treat my clothing very well. I spill coffee like every day. I snag on things. So I need a blazer that I am not feeling so fussed about and that I am not afraid to get a little dirty. Okay, I'm getting into sweaters and hoodies. So 2020 has definitely been a year of loungewear and comfy cozies. So I really came to appreciate the value of a good sweatshirt and hoodie in 2020. And my most worn over the past 3 months was this one from Tentree. It's just a plain kind of gray hoodie, but it's not too oversized, it's not too baggy, too bulky. It has like a little tree emblem on it, which I actually don't mind. But it turns out in my wardrobe, I have a lot of gray sweaters and hoodies, so this is something that I definitely need to revisit. But it's super soft, super warm, super comfy, and it just mixes and matches with a lot of my most worn pieces, it turns out. So in terms of my most worn coat, I have 2. One is my wool blend camel overcoat from Aritzia. You guys have seen this coat a million times before, and I have worn it just about as many times over these past 3 months. So that is definitely a wardrobe staple for me that is not going anywhere anytime soon. So if you guys know me, then you know I love my moto jackets, and there is one that stands out among the rest. It's my vegan leather moto. So I do wear leather and I still enjoy my leather pieces, but I still go for my Monk & Lou Jordana jacket over any other moto in my wardrobe. And I think for a few reasons, I just really like how sort of slightly oversized the fit is. It's a little bit cropped, and it's not too streamlined. So for me, that moto jacket is just like the perfect amount of grunge and cool. So in terms of footwear, I have a lot of shoes, but a lot of them have not gotten that much wear this year. My most worn shoe overall in these past 3 months have been a sneaker. So it's my Mejuri 2.0 sneakers from Native. They're just like a casual to and from shoe. I don't think I would work out in these, but they look really streamlined on the foot and really kind of clean and neat. But these are definitely my favorite because one, they're the most comfortable and they're easy to get on and off. So these are definitely my most worn sneaker. And then in terms of boots, I thought for sure that my black booties would be my number one, but they aren't. And this is a testament of what you think you want to do in real life versus what you actually do and what you actually need. And for me, I need a good walking boot. And that's these, my Blunnies. These are like the original chisel toe blundstone in rustic brown. I've had these for years. These are my go-to fall and early winter walking boot. I spend a lot of time on my feet. I walk to and from work in a lot of different kinds of weather. We get it all here in Canada. We get sun, we get rain, we get snow, we get ice. And these do a great job in most of it. Not so much in ice, they do not have good tread for that. But not what I was expecting, because I always expect my most worn shoe to be like a fancy rocker chic, edgy, cool black bootie, but it's not. It's my Blunnies. So those are my most worn pieces in my wardrobe so far, according to my wardrobe spreadsheet. So this is my very nerdy analysis of figuring out what it is I wear the most often, and then maybe also figuring out why. You know, this process is really teaching me a lot about my personal style and what it is I like to wear, and even what it is I like to pull off the hanger. So I'm gonna be continuing to track my wardrobe, track my wears, and I'll keep you guys updated on what we find out. Thanks so much to Mejuri for sponsoring this video. Again, if you are interested in any of the pieces you saw in this video, I will leave it all linked down below. And don't forget to check out the Black Friday sale if you're interested. Mejuri only has one sale a year, and this is it. Let me know in the comments down below what your most worn piece of clothing is, and don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Come on back. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.